All right, so example number 1 focuses on the translating type of example. And if you're doing this, you have to be reading these word problems at least 3 times in order to be successful. If you're only reading it once or twice, you're really not even understanding what the question's saying. So 9 times a number increased by 11 is 13 less than 12 times the number. Find this number. Okay, so notice that first time I didn't write a single thing down when I was reading it. I was just reading. First thing I'm going to tell you is always look for the word is. Is means equal in these questions. So 9 times a number increased by 11 is, see how it's kind of pausing there at that is? That right there is my equal sign. Once you find your equal sign, then you just have to get the 2 halves. So going back to the beginning of that sentence where my is 9 times a number. 9 times a number just means 9 times some unknown number, x. Now, 9 times x is just 9x, so I'm just going to write that as 9x. Increased is telling me that I need to be doing addition. Oh, wow. Increased by 11, so plus 11. So 9x plus 11. Boom. Is equal to, on the other side, 13 less than 12 times the number. Now, it's really, really important with this side that you're being careful with subtraction. We've talked about this back in Unit 3 when we did it for the first time. But if you want 13 less than something, does that mean 13 minus or minus 13? The less than piece has to come in the back. So when this says 13 less, that has to go behind the 12 times the number. The 12 times the number, that 12 times x or 12x, has to come first. Then we're taking the minus 13 in the back after with that. And again, just a little example to remind you of that. 10 less than x means x minus 10, not 10 minus x. All right, hard part is done. Now that you have that translated, you can go ahead and solve it. 9x plus 11 equals 12x minus 13. My variables are not on the same side, so I can't possibly isolate it if it's in 2 different spots. So I'm going to do the inverse of a positive 9x, and I'm going to subtract 9x from both sides. Really wish I gave myself more room here. 9x minus 9x cancels out to 0. 11 equals 9 minus 12 is 3x. Carry down my minus 13. Isolate the x term by adding 13 to both sides to get rid of that negative 13. I'm just going to carry this down here. 11 plus 13 turns into 24 equals my negative and positive 13 canceled out to 0, and my 3x carries down. 3 is being multiplied by x, so the inverse of that is division. Dividing both sides by 3 leaves me with 8. So that number, that unknown number, was 8. And we'll just kind of write a little answer sentence that says 8 is the number. Boop-a-doop-a-doop.